So the thing is that I don't know if you heard about the story.
Yeah.
It was like this is a level 100 student who has been with the lady for some time. So technically it means, and the guy couldn't, be, or the lady said she was no longer interested in the relationship, and the guy couldn't stand, and so he committed suicide. And the thing is that he left a note behind dating the time that he had met the girl.
Okay.
And so it was like within 4 months, less than 4 months, because level 100, and then they fell in love. So my question is, why should a young guy, what will cause him to do, what do you think is the reason for doing that? First, number one. Then number two, how do we prevent that? But first, what's your general opinion on that kind of act in these relationships where people are committing suicide and stuff?
My opinion is very simple on this issue. And number one, what at all will influence your decision to take your life because a woman decides that the relationship should be over? So I don't know. What would influence someone's decision that let me go and take my life because a lady has left me? As identical twins and as it.
No, I mean it's love. So they said love, people can do things for love.
Love conquers all.
I don't know, but what do you think will cause a guy to do that? Like, what do you think he had done for the lady, which is the reason, or the lady had done to him, which is the reason why he couldn't leave because the lady has left him?
Yeah, I think that some of the factors are lack of home training. Because if let's say you are raising a child,
yeah,
and then you sit the child down when you realize that he is of a certain age, and tell him that look, relationship has its own ups and downs. You can be with someone and the person can decide that, listen, I've had enough of you in the relationship and I would want to be alone. It happens most of the time. So you the father never so on country and say ukra we a jano any jano ukra when you're broken heart that.
Okay.
Now broken heart in a bar a sensitive issue or sensitive topic that ought to be talked, and then you have to have someone that you can feel very comfortable and share the story with.
But in our culture, I don't know, when you were growing up, your mother or your father never sat you down to tell you about relationship.
Yeah.
I never had my mother or somebody sitting me down talking about. So it's a hard conversation. I don't think it's normal. But what you are saying is that parents should be able to sit their children down when they get to a certain age, and especially educate them about relationship.
Yeah. When you come to Africa, the only problem we see is a pandemic. And a pandemic, I feel it's a pandemic, and this thing is becoming more or less like a pandemic in certain
in our society. Yeah,
you see the point. So I think that it's either the parent adapt such culture in the home training or the teachers.
Okay, in school,
take it in various schools and then teach it as a subject.
Really?
That listen, when you are in a relationship and something happens and you can't handle it anymore, maybe like there has been a proper part of maybe I don't know how to even put it. Maybe you go to school, we have PENSA, SRC, and
SU and co.
So there has to also be some branch where people can actually have
those psychological issues.
To be discussed and see how they can come out of it.
Okay.
Because broken heart need the way then you be film.
Okay.
It's a calling, whether you like it or not. You pass through.
You will get a broken heart.
Then because the point is, obi da you obi, and somebody ought to pay for what somebody else has done.
Jeez.
That is it.
Jeez. Wow.
That is it. Because
you are saying that parents we have reached a point where parents should comfortably talk to their children about relationship.
Yes.
And how to groom them to be in a relationship and not get hurt.
Yeah.
Then number two, our schools, teachers, we should have that system in place where people can willingly come out in case they are going through traumas like that.
Yeah.
They can come. Yeah. There should be a place in the school where they can come and discuss their matters.
Yeah. So if that initiative is taken on, I think some of these problems will be resolved within a matter of time. Because the whole thing of taking your life or committing suicide has to do with the thing has, let's say,
overwhelmed you.
And then maybe you've hit rock bottom at a certain point of your life. And then you feel like, Charlie, I'm not loved. That's where the whole thing comes from. But sometimes it's not personal. Obi broku heart and personal, and people don't get it.
It's not personal. How?
It's not personal.
How?
It's not. Sometimes it's not about you.
But
is it the point?
But okay, so in the first place, no. You've spoken about a couple of things about the house, the school, and then the fact that sometimes it's not because of you.
Yeah, it's not personal.
What would get to that point where somebody would say, "Hey, I'm taking my life because my partner or my boyfriend or my girlfriend says I don't like you anymore"? What will cause them to take their life? Is it just the feeling of love, or they had done something else? I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. Is it that they have, like, what will cause somebody to say, I'm going to hang myself?
Do you know that when Jesus Christ came on earth, he healed a lot of sickness and coupled with a lot of things?
Yeah.
But also, one Jimmy.
Okay.
So sometimes these things are purely foolishness.
Oh.
No, you meet someone. No, you meet someone. You are trying to forge a relationship with a person. I mean, cohabiting. And then maybe 3 months or 4 months, the person is like, "Oh, I can't do this thing anymore." And then you are telling me that you are going to take your life because maybe emotionally or psychologically you have invested. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
No, but you have to also appreciate or acknowledge people's emotions.
That is why I'm saying that maybe if the parents take this initiative, that listen, if my child is at a certain age or is of a certain age, I will sit this person down and let him know some of the nitty-gritty of relationship issues. Sometimes some people, when they are in trouble, what they need is just counsel and directives.
Okay.
That's what some people are lacking maybe in their homes.
Okay.
And see, sometimes in parenting in Africa is also difficult in the sense that papa no why is a lion? And I will feeling. You don't even want your father to know that you have
a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Yeah, that's true.
That you
it's like a taboo, never mentioned in our homes.
Like you have an erection. You see the point? And this has to do with the fact that sometimes parenting, the way Africans we take parenting, we take it too serious. You see, your child has to be your friend. No,
but if you're going to make your child your friend, it's that there is this psychological parenting articles and thoughts that if you make your children your friend, it's not a good thing.
Okay.
Because if they become your friend, then you cannot really tell them what they need to know. You need to be a parent and know when to also be a friend.
Yeah.
Right? Like what you're saying. You need to be able to sit them down and look them in the eye and say, "Hey, listen, you are this age now. Guys are coming your way. You are going to fall in love with girls. But know that no matter what you go through, you still have a supportive home. Come back home."
Yeah.
But my concern is it just the emotion that makes people lose their head? Because in addition to this young guy who had committed suicide, there had been matured people who have equally committed suicide because of what? Relationship.
Sometimes people get some level of comfortability with certain relationship that if you follow the pattern of it, it doesn't make sense. Listen, you've met someone, maybe even if you've met someone for a year, and the person says, maybe wakes up one day and says, "I'm not doing it anymore." Have a dialogue, either with the person or with someone close to you.
Okay.
Because listen, sometimes dialogues helps a lot in this kind of it prevent a lot of shit. Because the point is that maybe the person you are going to have the dialogue with is also going to give you his experience.
Okay.
And you give you the experience and you could realize that he's still living.
Right.
So some way it gives you some level of comfort that I'm not in this alone.
Okay.
You see, because people are going through it too.
Right. So what you are saying is that the fact that someone has left you is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Because and then you are not the only person who had been through that.
Yeah.
So how do we then build that capacity? How should people build that capacity psychologically that if people leave them, they can still survive? Because you've suffered some experiences. I've suffered some experiences. Our viewers have also suffered some experiences. But I don't think people have gone out like that. So how do we build the capacity? What is the reality people have to understand about love? If you are a relationship guy, right? So what is it about love that people must get to so they don't have to take their life?
The number one rule everyone has to know or get used to is I love you. I love you. The term I love you means we are all playing.
No, but you can say that.
Listen, it's a joke.
How?
Why? No, you love someone. How do you love someone? How?
Because you feel when you see, these days the kind of nonsense that goes on, right? People are like, oh, when I see you, you are the sunshine in my life.
Because the point is, so you don't go in and take the worst of someone serious.
No, but that is a deadly world we are living in.
Listen, the last time I was having this discussion with a friend of mine, and I was like, the person asked me a simple question that why do guys lie when you are going in for a relationship? And I was like, listen, when you meet again, you're going to make me feel here, pa. No, the girl is not. Oh, your own complete statement, no, ako. Into Kodua, and listen, you knew that your father is not a king. I'm calling you a princess, and you are responding. Who are you deceiving? That's why I said the thing is a joke. Because you know that there is no village in any part of Ghana that your father is a king. And I'm referring to you, you are my queen. You are not Queen Sheba. Why are you responding? So the point is, we shouldn't take words very serious because words carry power.
Relax, Miguel. Now, so are you saying that there cannot be any true love? There is nothing like true love. There is nothing like true relationship. You are married. Is that what you are saying?
No. Listen, the point I'm trying to build is love happens over time.
Okay.
You can't meet someone and and immediately say you love the person.
Right.
There has to be an attraction. Mm-hmm. There has to be some level of careness. Mm-hmm. And then maybe the love follows.
So don't you think that people who commit suicide, especially this level 100 guy, may his soul rest in a perfect peace, don't you think that he had developed, although it's just a 3 months period, don't you think what you are saying happened to him?
That is why I said when Jesus Christ came on earth, he did not cure foolishness. Jesus Christ, when he came on earth, he did not cure foolishness. Because it can be associated with pure foolishness.
So are you saying people in love are foolish?
No. Have you had your own share of broken heart before?
Oh, I mean, we've had experiences.
Why are you still alive and eating?
No, because so what I would say is that there are a couple of things that I've realized in life.
Okay.
Right. So number one, you got to understand that people change.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you can meet somebody today, like you are saying. Yeah, you realize that, you are together, you are vibing, you are having conversation together.
Yeah.
And they share in your ideals.
Yeah.
Right? But then over time, you realize that they are behaving separately, they are going separate way, and they want to have their peace.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to also understand that, okay, maybe this person, no matter how much I feel for her, no matter how much I think I love her, she no longer wants to be with me. Yeah. And I am also meant for someone else.
Okay.
That's my mindset. Yeah. So if I'm with somebody and all of a sudden the person is off, no matter what I have done, it doesn't hurt me that much in that particular case. I just walk away because I know there is somebody. So my mindset, number one, is that people change.
Yeah.
So if people change, then someone who says they love me today can wake up tomorrow and say they don't love me again. Number two, my mindset is that the world is about competition.
Yeah.
What I will show the person, someone else may come and show them better than mine.
New level.
And they may fall for that.
Yeah.
It may not be love.
Yeah.
But they've fallen for it.
Yeah.
What can I do? I can't control them. So if they go, it's okay.
Yeah.
Number three is that I think that if I'm in a relationship, I will give my partner whatever she wants based on my capacity.
Yeah.
And I think one of the reasons why many people struggle after a breakup is because they feel they had committed too much than they are supposed to.
Okay.
A taxi driver,
Yeah.
then paying for the tuition fee of a lady in the university.
Yeah.
And you are not upgrading yourself. You are not advancing yourself.
Okay.
Or a guy in your house, nobody has attended university before.
Yeah.
Then you are doing bojoa and you've met a university lady.
Yeah.
Then you are using the money to take care of the university lady when you have not upgraded yourself, giving yourself any capacity.
So what will you term this action?
I know you want to call it foolishness, but I won't call it like that.
So call it
I would
something
say
like
no. I would say care.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. You see that?
No, because they say that if you love someone, you care for them,
Okay.
and you sacrifice whatever you have so they can be better off at the end of the day.
Oh, okay. You see, the whole issue of relationship is about compatibility. That's what most of the time I like to say.
Okay.
Because listen, can I give you some ideal of a perfect marriage?
Okay.
Maybe an armed robber
Mm-hmm.
and a witch. If these people get married, do you know that there's going to be a perfect marriage?
How?
In the night, nobody's around. And no one will get to complain that I did something because we are all busy working at that moment. Do you get me? So the thing is about compatibility.
Okay.
Before you want to do this relationship journey with anyone, find out that are you compatible?
But do you know that, Miguel, compatibility is not something you just stamp into.
Yeah.
It's over time.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes it could take months, it could take years.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be instantly. The foolish thing that sometimes people refer to as love at first sight.
I don't know why. You see, you come and meet a quaint word in the world, and then you are running with it. What is that? Love at
first sight.
Where did they see it?
Yeah, like you meet somebody, then all of a sudden you are like, yo, this is my Prince Charming. This is my Princess Bermuda. You know.
When Adam first saw Eve, his words were, "This is the flesh of my flesh and the bone of my bone."
Yeah.
Why didn't Adam say this? Love at what? First time. Why? Because God would have slapped him. You see, that could have been your first experience. So the point I'm trying to make is, okay, in order for you not to be so much invested in any relationship at all, you should know that, listen, if I'm in a relationship with someone, the things that I would be doing for the person, it should be measured.
Okay.
And these things, I'm doing it without any expectation.
Okay.
Maybe I'm doing this so that you stay with me. There's nothing like that.
So it's not like, maybe this guy who has not gone to the university, no family members has been to the university, and he is hawking or doing something, then he's using the money to pay for a girl's school fees in the university with the mindset that the lady will finish the university and come and marry him.
Okay.
So you are saying that if you are going to do something, you shouldn't have any expectation. But we can't build society like that.
Sure. Man, we are a different mindset. And society no. Listen, ladies, I saw this at a certain. I saw this somewhere, and the thing was that sometimes ladies, and the word is sometimes ladies, the things they remember is the wrong that you did to them. Sometimes the wrong that you did to them.
Right.
And the revenge that they are planning to repay you. Majority of the time when they are angry, these are the things that run through their minds.
So you can be good to a lady, but forget her birthday. And that alone can be a bone of contention.
Yeah. So what you have done in her books, you have overdone Judas Iscariot. That's what you have done. You forgetting her birthday, you have overdone what Judas Iscariot did to Jesus Christ. You don't care about me. They will start with that. You don't care about me. Me the main problem man. I come ahead and say and all these things. Me can Yahoo be a friend is ribo. Me problem man. I come ahead and say and all that. So the point is, in any aspect of your life, if you are going out with any woman at all, when you are making any sort of investment for this woman, make sure you are also upgrading yourself.
Good.
I keep on saying this thing a lot of the time, because the thing is, ladies are more attracted to the outward things.
Right.
They want to see you in the cars,
right,
holding the current phones,
right,
and appearing in good clothes and all that.
Right.
And you see, ladies are people that they love to exhibit. They want to be able to sell you out to their friends.
Right.
Maybe they introduce you to one friend of theirs or whatever. To say, wow, that
because their friend had also done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my boyfriend, or maybe he has this, he does this, he does this. This is the car he drives.
What does it? But you imagine that behind basket. Now Boage be also introduce what person again who committed suicide. Now what do you want the person to do? Into a professional be listen as what?
Well, bicycle expert. No, you are a transport executive.
Oh, okay, so you polish the bicycle.
You're a transport executive.
Oh. And these things don't help matters in most cases.
So, but the reality is that people are falling in love every day.
Yeah. And
they are doing more than they are supposed to do.
You see, that's the problem. You see, that is actually the problem. You who level 100 students who can fall in love already.
No, but that's not fair, man. You know, there had been stories where people started dating in the high school. Mm-hmm. They went to the university together, and then after
sa fairy tale, we should stop.
Oh, you call it a fairy tale,
master?
You can be my hero, baby.
And I will be here. So also playing a big role.
Okay.
In people's lives.
So the media
is also playing a big role.
TV is also playing a big role because they are showing what love is.
But who said in that telenovela? Who said the guy is actually working? Who say actually at the office place?
Yeah.
But you don't see the person actually working. And
so the reality is not shown.
Yeah. And women expect more. Oh. Kofa we breme me pay we. Madam for way me koye we internet see who come back and one ye be one kope osunu die.
There was this video that a gentleman did, and he had said he had met a lady 3 days.
Okay.
And I think a week or so. And finally he proposed to the lady, and the lady had accepted his proposal.
Okay.
And then the lady called that her birthday was coming over the weekend.
Okay.
And the guy should give him money to buy weave on 1,600. And the guy was like, we just started talking and I proposed and he accepted, and he now started bailing me. Then the lady was like, but if you wanted me to come to your house, I would have come. And I'm like, so they just started dating, and now you has to buy weave 1,600.
I love you, no employment.
Yes, I think said Imam, one lady like that who is one beautiful young lady like that, and she creates content. She's like, I think she made a video like that as well. It's like when you propose to a lady now, then you have signed their adoption certificate.
Wow.
Because the average lady now, it's like once you propose to them, you are now their father.
Okay.
You have to take care of them. But there is nothing like that. And I don't know who came up with this nonsense. To the extent that there are some ladies who feel that if you want to take them on a date, you have to buy everything.
Yeah.
They are weave on, makeup, they are dressed.
And
the foolishness behind that is that it is you who want us to go on a date. I am sitting somewhere and you are the one who said we should go on a date. I'm like, so the relationship is just the guy.
Na manka say a joke, manka. I love you, say.
But
I never mind say could you love? Want it? And I want it. I never mind the move and juma.
I say could you love?
Don't never to because don't the voice here. Oh, we shouldn't be doing that. Because I've told you that, listen, love grows over time. You can't meet somebody and say, love us, first sight. You can't tell me that. Love at first sight, how? And
some ladies are also like, girlfriend allowance or maintenance allowance. Every month you have to put them on a salary. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah. Even national service, how much do they pay?
Yeah.
So then you ask, for why am I paying that? I am your girlfriend. I'm like, really?
She has to look beautiful for you in their minds. That's beauty. No more look, and not for themselves. They're actually doing it for you.
So if now a guy invests in all of those things, then you come and tell the guy I'm no longer interested, or the guy catches you, or see you dating another person.
Okay.
Is that why they now decide to commit suicide? Because they feel they have invested so much in this lady?
Yes. Because Jesus Christ once said, Jimmy, if you don't, you see, when you want to solve a problem, you have to be able to call a spade a spade. Obi Jimmy was going to say, oh, where the Ankaya say Jimmy, Nipa no because why? Because Unyanka just say Jimmy. Because listen, Obi are having the fair share.
So what should be the benchmark for guys? Let's say you are giving advice, maybe you are giving like 4 or 5 tips for guys.
Yeah.
What should they do?
The number one thing I'll tell guys is, number one, I'll tell if you are going into a relationship, when you are going into a relationship, go into the relationship and fall in love later. Go into the relationship but fall in love later. After you've known the person.
Okay.
And you say first time no ko hu nipa no do akuma. I don't know how they do it. Say me de akuma ni nyina manana. I don't know how they do it. Akuma ni show. How do you do it? You see, there has to be some level of care for the love to really mature or grow.
Right.
That is it. So when you meet a woman and you are interested in her, the first question you have to ask yourself is, you are interested. Is she also interested?
Right.
You shouldn't be selfish.
Right.
That is some of the reasons why these things don't work out.
Okay.
Because because you are the custodian of your own heart. You know how your heart feels. Right? So you love this person. But the next question is the love reciprocal?
Right.
From the lady's point
at its core.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is the signs of love then? If maybe before you go to the next point, what are the signs of love? What should a guy see in a lady to say that, okay, this lady loves me? Aside the nonsense of, calling and some people requesting for pictures and those other foolishness. What is the sign of love? What would you see in a woman to say that, oh, this woman loves me and maybe I can build something with her?
You will not be pressured.
Okay.
They will not mount you pressure.
But what if there are some guys who also say that maybe she's not pressuring you, but she's taking it from somewhere else?
Now where found me? Say
no, but then you are being deceived. Later on, it will come back and fire you.
Okay.
Anna.
Mimi Anna. The point is, who maybe and nipa no obi. That's what your mind is maybe telling you.
Yeah.
If you feel that you don't have to give, and the person is not also willing to go and work and help you or grow with you, leave the person alone. Okay. Because you can't force the person to be in a relationship with only you.
All right.
So the point I'm trying to make, if a woman loves you, to maintenance fee they don't want to pressure. The point is they see the dream with you. And you say, oh, bad don't you so more just like that, useless with no plan, no nothing. You go with the flow.
But we don't have those ladies really well these days, though, because there was recently a video was trending where a young lady was like, imagine that your mother is sick.
Yeah.
She has been admitted to the hospital, and they said they need 3,000 cedis.
Yeah.
And you are dating a boy who cannot pay that money.
Yeah.
Then what kind of dating are you dating?
Yeah.
And people lambast her on one side, but other people were also supporting.
Yeah.
So this is what she's talking about.
Okay.
And to some extent she is right. Another extent she is also wrong, because the fact that I'm your boyfriend does not mean I am taking responsibility for your family. Where is your mother's husband?
That be encouraged and see way. See way. Say me Bema.
You are from a family. Where are your relatives? Why should I be the one to pay for your mother's?
Enter America say Jesus one say Jimmy. And you juma.
No, but you see, under that circumstance, that's how you also prove your love in our society now.
My better me power mo. But who see me so basket in tena me ka say da nyame juma me wa. Say me tena see me so basket o me trimu. Sa titi dey that dey. Me so in fact me ka say that I can't do that. But telling you I can't do that does not mean I don't love you. There are certain things, it is not your job. The burden is on you.
But you know what? Sometimes under such circumstances, it's hard for people to say no.
Why?
Because
me date you. Me yale. Me can't you know. Who see me confirm mami. Who see wo? Me confirm mami. And it's not my job. The point is, if I'm not advocating for the fact that if you're in a relationship, don't help your spouse or your partner. No. But the point is, enquire de be me can now you're a young man starting up. The point is, listen, women are after money. Often now you have the opportunity to make it, and don't sacrifice the dream to go and please someone.
Okay.
To go and take care of somebody's mother.
So focus on building yourself.
That is it.
Focus on your vision.
Yeah. If you have some coins to spare,
fine.
You can also support.
But you shouldn't take your life savings.
Say me ko dey to be any constitution, any Bible.
It's societal acceptance, bro.
Society.
You gotta love the man.
But this kind of society way. And then make I say Jesus one. Also me repeat this as a way pa. When you extend and you are doing them, it becomes foolishness. Oba pewa, or more impossible task to do. That's what I wanted to say. Oba pewa, mbema. Esa na wo no abeka. Ana me nam no bi aboka no osu e mboko tuaka.
Now so Jimmy. So Jimmy, you know what go.
Oh, because Jesus obese no say we Jimmy pelu apa because on say Jimmy because Jimmy dey self practice, who practice no abedu o. Intini so oba pew. Now if we want you as an individual, you want to see whether a woman loves you. There's some burdens and your burden. Ne ma me yare. And I call for hospital and say ne ma burden na who date a boy na den. Na me ba papa na when you are born a brano. So no time no start relationship no didn't ne capital yes and obey that full grown man na what build the empire.
Right.
Now you are being compared to that person as like the person is used as a benchmark.
Yeah.
To you. Ask yourself this simple question. Say nipa na no say na e dey ascribe it to because in terms of age when you change wabobra che
who ni oma who
here and as say na be successful now if so no start to say wo no or try and girlfriend medical bills and kokodu no so that's it enye wo juma the whole thing of I'm in love I fall in love minti asie you are falling in what? Into I fall in love when I find say muzuko portable the year no year janimo say we are baby and then we know
nah
but medical bill is which no be for some
you force and pay.
You see, so that is what will trigger you to go and commit that kind of foolish suicide and all that. Mimba jami me o jami na me nya ban kwa me dia me okay.
What's that? Like Kojo Sheldon. The everybody banku. So if I hear you right, guys should focus on their vision and build themselves.
Relationship will come after us. Yeah.
Hey Charlie. Boys and so feeling say air cost rule.
Say na sa kwa de bo okoko mu no say I just get you to for edging. Oh.
Piambe pindi yo mu sibi.
What do you mean busa level no so.
Number 2, they should make sure that they do what they can do.
Yes.
If you have some coins to spare, do it, spare. But don't sacrifice your vision to do something that is beyond your capacity, which is not your responsibility.
Because the question is, you okay, maybe you clear some of your savings and you sort it out. The simple question or the next question is that how long can you keep up doing these things? Because love is series of proof. You can't just do once now feel better. Because the point is, ladies are grateful in some sense, but in another sense they are not. We and then not now one yeah.
She has forgotten what you did in the past.
So the point is, you have to sit back, reflect, and see, can I continue?
No, but that is something boys don't look at, because they will do it, right? because they feel, oh, if I don't do it, I'll lose the girl. You know, I think one of the reasons also is the fear of losing women.
Yeah.
Because many guys are not confident in themselves to get another girl.
Yeah. That's also
and they feel this girl is like a pearl, a jewel that they don't want to lose. So no matter the circumstance, to them, some extent that there has been stories, people take their tuition fees in the university to pay for the hostel fees and buy things for their girlfriends.
So
your baby this watch.
If you don't have the heart, there are some women. Bet man home or bet me over a woman. What is happening? Wait, and sometimes it's not the outwardly look alone.
So some diving in the bedroom.
Diabolic. Normal about yacht round. I want to mean that. Oh, into idea be so actually we in front of way.
That is what is compelling them.
But
could it also be that maybe they think they should have to do that for them to qualify to get a lady to sleep with them? Because sometimes the lady had not even done anything yet, and they have to prove their love, like you said.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. So in proving their love, then my hostel fee you have to pay.
Yeah.
I need lunch, you have to pay for it. Yeah. I need this, you have to pay for it. Then they would rather take money that belongs to them to do those things.
You see, right now in Ghana, the most expensive word is I love you.
Why?
But that's what you've stated now. You'll be buying you'll be paying for hostels fee, buying land, taking them out, buying credit, and may pay phone. You see, that's the most expensive word to utter. When you I love you, you have to pay for it.
So guys must focus on their vision.
Yeah.
Build their vision.
Yeah.
Become successful.
Yeah.
Love will come later. It's a mindset they must build.
Yeah.
Number 2, yes, you can do something if you're in a relationship, but don't sabotage your future any lady.
No. Because the point is, how long can you keep up? That's it.
Sustainability of the thing. It's not a one night stand thing. It has to be continuous.
No. You have to keep on keeping on. How long? And you have to ask yourself, what is my capacity? You can't.
What else should guys do?
I think they should love themselves too.
Self-love.
You see, I had this friend way back in school at this level, I think JHS. And this guy had a certain nice mindset. That's how I'll put it. When he works and gets the money, he will dress up, trim his hair, go to the barber shop for every 2 weeks, keep himself clean, and then invest in what he's doing. And where he stays, he made sure he spent a lot of money to develop where he stays. So when you, the lady, you walk in, there's fridge, there are drinks in the fridge, there are foodstuffs and all that. Listen, women love responsible men. They don't like to hear those things. So you have to have self-love. Those things attract women. More fine. You are kept. Why you want to remove to you? What are you want to
So the money you are getting, take care of yourself.
That is it.
Somebody was saying something that there are many men who had never sat somewhere to just eat something to revive their soul, or even buy an expensive or nicer underwears, boxer short or singlets.
Yeah.
Because they make the money, they pour it on a woman. They make the money, they use it for some frivolous things. So you are saying that self-love.
That is it.
Because if you love yourself, then you wouldn't kill yourself because someone has left you. Because you know you are more important than somebody, and your existence doesn't depend.
And then you are also attracting more ladies. It is an attraction. Beautiful things attract.
I get it.
Because listen, when you are sought after by many people, you don't settle for less.
You choose the best among the rest.
And then there are certain demand. You don't follow through.
Because even if it goes, you still have a lot of fish in the ocean, bro.
That is it. Into me ko wretched now be do baba kwechi no nkoku kwa. You don't do that.
This is serious. Self-love. I think it's something that is lacking, and young men must reach the point where they love themselves.
Be able to attract new people.
They take care of themselves.
You see
because when you do, because what you are saying is important. The way you smell, even.
Listen,
it's important.
There's some people who would even talk to you because maybe you've not put on certain cologne. Some ladies, they wouldn't even talk to you. And there's some people, you just meet them and then, oh wow, you smell nice.
You smell nice, and that is all. It creates the attraction that you're talking about.
That's how women were built. Majority of them.
Self-love.
And lady wants to get something that looks like they can't get it. So maybe you are with them and other girls also want to break loose and come to your cycle. They don't want that. So they now see you as a trophy they need to protect.
So they would rather be the ones going the extra mile, and then in that case they wouldn't have to then put any unnecessary offense or orders on you.
They don't want to even upset you. So there are certain things they will restrain.
Wow.
You see the point? So that's the point. Because if a woman doesn't love you, you become a burden in their lives. Any foolish thing that comes to their mind,
they throw it at you. That's very, very true. So self-love. Wow. Any other tips?
The next thing that maybe I would also say is that aside self-love, when you are going in for a woman, you should go for someone you are higher. You are a bit. The level is a bit higher than where they are. Because the point, what I'm trying to make is that maybe let's assume that listen, you are in SHS 3.
Okay.
And you want to have a girlfriend. You shouldn't go for your classmate.
Okay.
You should go, let's say maybe you are in SHS 3.
You go to SHS 1.
You have to go to JHS 3.
Holy cow.
So the point is that by the time you are done with education, they are 3 years behind you. So you get the 3 years to establish yourself before they come out.
Right. Which is true, because I remember in high school our teachers always tell us that the ladies in our class are not our ladies.
Yes.
So don't even dream of it.
Because you are going to complete the same year and start working the same year.
And they don't like you. The ladies even don't like you because there are men above you coming after them.
Yeah.
So like they see you as you who the heck are you? So I think what you're saying is true.
You see the point?
That you have to date according to your size, which means go behind.
Yeah.
And get somebody below you.
Yeah.
That by the time that person also becomes big, then you are equally big in that case. But you can't say, hey, we are on the same page then.
Because maybe you complete school 3 years before she will complete. Let's say you spent 1 year finding a job to do, or maybe you secure a job in the next 1 or 2 years. She's still in school. So by the time you start earning salary, she's still in school. So you see, relationships comes with a demand. Every relationship.
So at least you can do something for her in that case, and then you can be that higher person that she will always be looking up to, not like equal person. Right.
You see the point? That's also another point.
Right. So date somebody who can look up to you.
With this level 100 student, he was dating his course mate. I think.
I think the lady. They said the lady is in level 200.
Look at this. Why would you go this relationship suicide? On more level, and then Charlie, you find yourself wanting in the situation.
Right.
Level 200. Who then go watch them? So sometimes when we are considering dating, we have to also consider the fact that we have to date someone we are a little bit higher than them, or our level is higher than them a bit, so that we get the time to work and build something before the pressure start mounting. Is it the point? Because and age-wise too, age is also very an important figure in these things. Right. You see.
So you should date somebody older than you are older than. What's your take? What's the gap on the average?
From anything from 3 years
It's okay.
above.
Right.
3, 4, 5.
So it means you wouldn't advise guys to date women older than them?
No. In most cases, no. Listen, you see, women with siblings that they are older than, it's very difficult for you to go to a Ghanaian home seeing a woman who is older than her siblings, and then they are shouting on her and she is folding.
Yeah, that's true.
So when she is older than you, and maybe there is something that you want to correct her, she will be seeing you as
the younger brother.
Right. What are you trying to do?
Right.
You see the point?
Right.
Because there has to be some level of
authority. Good.
That you should be able to exert from the top.
So that's why it's important she looks up to you.
That is it.
You have to be something she looks up to.
So conversations, she will know, this person is mature. Okay.
But you know there are elderly foolish. There are elderly people who are foolish too.
Any day where we are saying. Okay. Right. I love them a lot. Because also
because
you'll be paying. But you saying you see, you can even stretch it.
Yeah.
And have fun with it. But the point I'm trying to put across is that, you see, relationship comes with conversations. So when you're older than the girl you are dating or your partner, and you sit there down, you're having a convo, you can advise her, then she get the experience and the maturity level.
Right.
Wow, okay, this person is older than me. So when she's considering certain facts, she's going to know that, one, you are older than her, you have the experience, you have the exposure. So when you are telling her something, she
will listen more than when you are all the same or she's older than you. That's true.
It's more or less like the two of us. Maybe, for example, we are in a prison, and I'm asking you, Charlie, now if you're saying, how are you going to answer? Because we are the same.
We are all, yeah.
But when we had a visitor, and we can equally tell, now if you're saying,
that person can tell us.
The person can tell us, can be credible.
Yeah.
But I can't take the answers from you because you are my colleague.
That's true.
So you see, sometimes that is it. And we shouldn't be doing that. These suicide missions and all these things that has been happening is because people overdo more than what they are supposed to do.
Yeah, that's what we started with, that I was telling you. Because the proof of love on the average is caring. And how do you care for people? By giving them whatever they need.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's how you show care.
No. It's not whatever they need.
But if you hold back...
If love was to give whatever they need, by the time you met them, because you can't love them more than their parent. Like you would have met them with everything they need in their hands or possession.
Nobody. So you have to prove that, hey, you care. So if they are in need of something,
yeah,
then you have to find the money and give to them. That is what they take as the sign of you loving them. So if you're not able to provide for them, it means you don't love them.
Okay, answer. So Jesus Christ once said, Jimmy and Nipansao. When a woman is with you and she realizes that you are a fool, and she's not the one who inflicted the predicament on you, the burden is not on her to make you wise. So she will take advantage of it. That is it. Because it is at the expense of foolish people that the rich keep on becoming more successful. That's it. Because everyone needs someone to use.
All right. So, guys, you gotta focus on your vision. Build yourself up. Become successful. Have a vision and work on yourself. Number 2, date in your brackets. Like, date somebody that can look up to you, not somebody that you're on the same level with. Yeah. Number 3, self-love. You gotta love yourself, because if you love yourself as a person, it means you wouldn't commit suicide because someone left you. No, because your existence doesn't depend on them. If they don't love you again and they are going, let them go. You could be happy without them. And so self-love is very key in that particular case. So, okay, these are great thoughts, and that's it. So, guys, let me hear from you as well in the chat. What do you think about this topic? Number 1, Why are people not able to stay when others leave them and they become traumatized? What causes that? Share your thought in the comment section, because we want to expand on this discussion. This is not the only thing. We're going to be coming in probably in another episode to still expand on this topic, because it's a pending topic and we need to educate ourselves about the importance of loving ourselves, focusing on our vision, understanding that you cannot take responsibility for someone's life at your young age as a young man. So put it in the comment section for us, any other comment that you have to add and the solutions, and make sure that you subscribe and stay tuned. And the next episode, we're going to be looking at some other topics as well. If there are some things also that you want us to cover on the podcast, I want you to leave them in the comment section, because we'll be covering various issues from politics, religion, relationship, finance, personal development, everything that there is. We are going to be covering it on the podcast to make sure that we provide information and educate, and also some level of entertainment to help you so you can make the best choice so you become successful. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Subscribe, share the video, and stay connected. Bye-bye.